Hi, Tony Signorelli here, author of Speculations on Postcapitalism. I wanted to respond to a couple of questions we've received since publishing the Postcapitalist Manifesto. One of the biggest ones has been the effect of postcapitalism on democracy, especially representative democracy. Some folks who have read that part of the manifesto have been a little concerned, like, what does this mean? And what is it all about? And I just want to answer that real quickly to give you an idea of what it is we're talking about. I'm not talking about the end of democracy per se, but that the idea that democracy must be representative will come to an end because we're going to move to direct democracy, where the people vote on the laws, the people vote on the business of the country or of the state or of the city, rather than putting everything through representatives. The reason why I think this is actually going to happen is that representative democracy is based on the whole concept of hierarchy and offices. In other words, we elect people in order to put them in power above us. That means that they have offices, they live in the hierarchical places that we do not. And so for all voters, ever since the founding of the Republic, you had to make a compromise if the representative didn't view things exactly as you did. And it almost never happens, right? Almost always we have issues with people. We don't like their view on X or Y or Z, whatever it is. And then the other one has issues on A, B, and C, and we have to make this trade-off. And that's often why the elections and the selection of people feels so strange to us. Why you hear so many people say, well, I'm socially liberal, and I'm socially liberal, and I'm fiscally conservative. Well, that's fine, but there's almost no representatives being elected in either party who fit that bill. And so all of us end up feeling like, well, we've got these people, but they don't really do what we want them to do. In the post-capitalist world, because of networks, because of digitalization, because of collaborative production networks as well, we can now, for the first time, vote directly on every issue, every law, every proposal, rather than having to run all of them through representative government. Now, I'm not saying, for example, that we're all going to do all the work of governing every single day. That would be silly. Perhaps we have a Congress, and the Congress is what creates the laws and the bills that we have the opportunity to vote on. And there's a way to parse out the prescriptions and make things work or not work so that we can select the items that we want. But rather than actually creating the laws and playing all the silly games they do in Congress all the time with midnight votes and voting when people aren't there and twisting people's arms, and all that, because we have invested so much of our power and authority, I should say, into the office, now they create the bill, and now all of us will vote on it. So this is not a hit to democracy. It is actually a move to hyper-democracy. It's a move to the enfranchisement and the actual sovereignty of the people. That's where I think post-capitalism is actually going to take us, whether we like it or not. I think we need to be prepared for it, because the principles that underlie it are going to move us in that direction. I hope this helps to clarify that question. Again, I'm Anthony Signorelli, the author of Speculations on Postcapitalism and the founder of postcapfuture.com. Come on over and check us out. I think you'll find that there's a lot of really interesting, intriguing things that we're working on to help create a better post-capitalist future. Thanks.